Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Thank y'all for tuning back in to another episode of your favorite channel, Pelican Bay Dog Talk and News, giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Like I always tell you, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to drop down in the comments. And to my brothers that may be in the chat, my sisters that may be in the chat, salute to you. Hope y'all had a great day. Let's get into this Bulldog Talk. Shout out to all my Bulldogs from the north to the south to the east to the west. All across from one side of the world to the other side of the world, because we're doing the right things with these dogs. Let's get into that talk for the day. Now today what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some of my Big John stories. You know what I'm saying? Some of my Big John stories. Some brothers wanted me to do, to talk about it a little bit. So this is what I'm talking about today. All right. First thing I'm going to say, back when I give y'all them Sambo stories and stuff like that, when I was in my 19, 20 years old and stuff like that, I want to say this, and a lot of, most people going to agree with me. Every generation is seeming to be more advanced than the next generation. Like the brothers from the 60s were more advanced than the brothers from the 80s. When I say that, I'm talking about the 21-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Your average 21-year-old in the 60s was way more advanced than your average 21-year-old in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And your average 21-year-old in the 80s was way more advanced than your average 21-year-old in the 90s-something. You know what I'm saying? In my era, the average 21-year-old is way more advanced than your average 21-year-old in 2023. You know what I'm saying? If you think I'm lying, my brothers, go back to your mama, your daddy, high school photo album and look at the football team from the 70s. You know what I'm saying? And look at the football team from the 70s, and them brothers look older than you right now if you in your 40s. You know what I'm saying? Them brothers in number high school. So every generation is like gets smaller and smaller and younger looking and acting wise. You know what I'm saying? Not saying like in a bad way. It's just your advancement is not as fast as the brothers back in the days. And that may be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a good thing. Maybe they had to advance faster than a lot of brothers these days. You know what I'm saying? They had to do certain things. These brothers these days, you don't have to do certain things. But yeah, we're gonna get into that, Big John, Little John talk. I'm just bringing that up because, I was 21 years old when I was doing a lot of these things, 20 years old when I was doing a lot of these things that I'm telling you about. And a lot of y'all brothers may be 20 now and be like, he this or that or this or that. But the thing is, we moved more different than what y'all moving today. Folk before my time moved more different than what we were moving. You know what I'm saying? So, a brother from the 70s, he might have been 14, moving like I was moving when I was 20. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't talking about no finances and no nothing. I'm talking about your mental thinking. You know what I'm saying? Your mental. That's what I'm talking about. Before I get into that Big John stuff, I gotta, hit it on that note. You know what I'm saying? Hit it on that note. But the first story I'm talking about, man, we're gonna talk about offspring of Little John. His name was Fletcher. Okay, you look in your pedigree, you got Fletcher in your pedigree. SBS, you got Fletcher in your pedigree. SBS Kennel got the Fletcher coming down off the Jocko stuff, coming from Pandora. That's in your lines. So you got the Fletcher stuff in there. A lot of other brothers got the Fletcher stuff if you got Jocko dogs coming down off Jocko. Not Chavis Jocko, but, the other Jocko. Okay, anyway, Fletcher. I hooked into Fletcher. The thing was, when I went into Fletcher, I had, I'm just going to put it like this. I had a dog named Mexico. I want to say he was maybe a midnight cowboy dog or maybe even a Mexican Eli dog. I'm not sure what he was, but he was black. Nice leg dog. Looked pretty good. He looked pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I started working him. The thing is, with me back then, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't say no. When I say that, I'm talking about if I felt like I could do it, then I was going to accept the project. You know what I'm saying? And this particular time, the project was to go into Fletcher with Mexico. All right, so I had a piece of shit meal. It was all right, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, the slats was about half rotten on it, but it'll turn. So I got Mexico to, working or whatever. But the whole deal was, now that I look back on it, this was before Sambo time. You know what I'm saying? Now that I look back on it, I really didn't know really shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew to take care of the dog. I knew, you know what I'm saying, to work them, to exercise them. But I really didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Really didn't know. But I thought I knew. You know what I'm saying? I thought I knew. That was like, I thought I knew dogs. You know what I'm saying? So I worked them. And make a long story short, he ended up stopping on Fletcher. He took the count, great show. It was what it was. Let me see another one. I had one named Chester way back in mid-90s off of Red John that I told y'all about. Okay, that was probably one of the first ones I had. All right, now the thing about Chester, I was real young at the time. Chester was young as well. He probably was about 5 or 6 months old. And he wasn't ready to start up yet, quite. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was on Red John and CP. Okay? Now, what I was doing back then, we had some older dogs, maybe like 10 months old. They probably was about 7, 8 months old. And they was already started up yet already. But they wasn't like game dogs. They were staffs and staffs and maybe some pit bulls, but they wasn't the good shit. You know what I'm saying? So what we do, I make them hit each other, and then I hold Chester back and let Chester see them two hitting. While them two was hitting, I'm letting Chester look at it, and the whole time, and then I let Chester go and jump into it. Now Chester can choose whoever he want to get on. The whole point of then was to get Chester started. You know what I'm saying? Once I got him started, then I knew boom, 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 boom. But that was my method back then, which was a crazy method probably, or whatever, a method of a crazy man. But it was what it was back then, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about Chester, he would have been a great dog. He would have been around probably about a high 50s, low 60-pound dog with a lot of leg, big dog. He died on me early during a hurricane. I think a tree branch fell on him or something like that. He was probably about 6 months old. Like he never reached adulthood or nothing like that. But yeah, the Big John stuff, man, is great, especially if you know what you're working with or what to do with it. Now, let's talk about the Nitro dog. I see a lot of brothers, got the Nitro dog in their pedigree. Yeah, Nitro, that's off Crazy Eyes and Shakur. Crazy Eyes and Shakur. Okay, Crazy Eyes, great dog. Shakur, great dog. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to keep it all the way 100 with you. This is what we're talking about. Nitro was average. Ask some of them brothers who got Nitro in their pedigree. It's a lot of great dogs coming off Nitro out there. Ask them about Nitro. I'm going to ask any of you brothers, can you tell me about Nitro? Nobody can tell you about Nitro outside of the breeders and me. Because I'm the one that took Nitro and made him into a winner. You know what I'm saying? Took him and made him to a winner, then I sold him. Where he was later bred down the line or whatever. But I'm the one that gave Nitro the name. Nitro was an average dog. He was off Crazy Eyes and Shakur, but he was average. When I say average, I mean average. He didn't have no extra bite. He wasn't super like coming out the corner like a maniac. He was an average dog. I had his little mate brother. That was the dog. His little mate brother was named Little Man. I bought Little Man 2 weeks before I bought Nitro. Excuse me. Little Man cost me $2,500. I bought him as a one-timer. $2,500. That's the one I told y'all I killed on the treadmill. Okay. I killed him and I went directly after the day he died. I bought his little mate brother the same day. So within 2 weeks, I had spent $5,000 on 2 dogs. You know what I'm saying? And Little Man was one, Nitro was the other one. Nitro was average, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like I always tell my brothers, some dog men, you can't give them, some dog men are so, handle their business so good that you can't give them average dogs. You know what I'm saying? They take average dogs and they can make that shit happen. You got to watch who you deal with when you deal with certain dog men, because some dog men ain't to be F with. You know what I'm saying? They ain't to be F with. But Nitro was average, man. Like I said, he went blind. He took the 3 count. He took 3 count because he went blind, because if he didn't go blind, he wouldn't have took the 3 count. But he got his vision back. He made the scratch. That was it for him. I with that, even with that show, he isn't one that I would say I would have had that bold confidence in. You know what I'm saying? I just know he's one that if I get him in pretty good shape, he should do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? He should do what he got to do. But yeah, man, just some of them stories about some of them good Big John dogs and what I saw in them. You know what I'm saying? What I saw in them. Now, on to another note. Brother said he wanted to know about some of the welcome all stuff. A whole nother kennel. The thing is, I'm gonna say it like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about this for one. Shout out to my brother Dark Society. You know what I'm saying? Brothers like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't even know. Mr. Vern was still living. He thought Mr. Vern had passed. You know what I'm saying? So for brothers like that, I'm doing this video for. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, my brother. See you this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. But yeah, man, Welcome All is like family to me, like a second family to me. It kills me when I hear certain brothers speak on certain things. When I say family, I don't mean because I need a dog from them. You know what I'm saying? I knew Mr. Vern for a long time. Not one time has Mr. Vern not treat me like a man. You know what I'm saying? I will say this, and I'll say it like this. Mr. Vern, when I needed a job, Mr. Vern brought me in with no carpenter experience. You know what I'm saying? At all. No carpenter experience. Not to mention, my brothers, I'm scared of heights. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Vern brought me in. You know what I'm saying? Gave me a job. Let me work. You know what I'm saying? Some things I can't do. I can't climb on the roof, and I can't climb certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Dark Society, when you say Mr. Vern, 80-some years old, Mr. Vern moved like he's 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? Straight soldier. And I'm not gonna lie, and I ain't doing this for no kicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you the real. Straight soldier. Talk shit to me when I'm up there acting like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the roof, scared to move. I don't want to climb up under the house because I'm scared of a snake, or I'm talking shit to me like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But like a man. You know what I'm saying? And I love being around honesty. You know what I'm saying? Real people. You know, I hate when I hear certain things because everybody ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? All my Southern brothers aren't the same that take pride in being from the South. You know what I'm saying? Because they fly the flag or because they do certain things don't mean they got something against you. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to Walkamo, always invited me in, always treated me like family. Had me at the table eating just like the next, just like the family, with the family. You know what I'm saying? No puppies involved. You know what I'm saying? It's all about treating people how you want to be treated and conducting yourself the way you're supposed to conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying? And respecting people. Down south, we was raised to have respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect our elders, respect everybody. No matter if me and you the same age. Because when I respect you, I'm going to get further with you. We're going to get further. We're going to last. You know what I'm saying? If I don't respect you, the relationship won't last with us. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Mr. Vern, you know what I'm saying? He always been honest with it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, another thing that I read a while back, you know what I'm saying? How, it's just when you know people for a long time, you don't like when people say certain things about them. You know what I'm saying? And when it ain't true. Like I read in an article, Chico was saying he showed up at the scales and split ears, and them brothers had the Ku Klux Klan out there, this and that, this and that. Let me tell y'all brothers what that was. That was a sales appeal to the black brothers. You know what I'm saying? That was a sales appeal to the black brothers to make you think, Walk'em all rolling with the Klan, this and that and this and that, buy my dogs. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was in the journal, but you didn't recognize it. You thought it was just him speaking on how it went down. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't that way. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that way. At the end of the day, I'm going to say this about the old man. Like I said, strong as an ox. You know what I'm saying? Strong as an ox. I work side by side with him. You know what I'm saying? I work side by side with him any day. You know what I'm saying? He may not want to work side by side with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't work quite as hard as my brother Vern is a workhorse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. And when I get that age, even if I'm working that hard or not, I want to be able to work that hard if I want to. You know what I'm saying? And I look at him, you know what I'm saying? He moved like a young man, you know what I'm saying? I know he don't feel like he's 25 no more, you know what I'm saying? But he moved like a young man, you know what I'm saying? And like I said before, I gotta keep saying this. I ain't saying this for no puppy, you know what I'm saying? Because frankly, my dear, I don't need puppies from my folk, you know what I'm saying? I don't need puppies from my folk, but I'm doing like my brother J-Bo say, giving my brothers their flowers while they still living, while they still here, while they still moving and healthy and having fun out here and able to watch this on television or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Help me out. See, Crossroad brought me into the game. You know what I'm saying? But see, Walk'em showed me the game. You know what I'm saying? When I mean the game, I'm talking about the training stuff. They was the first ones that actually when I really got serious about getting a Malinois, it's because I seen those brothers had a Malinois over there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? Them brothers had a Malinois over there, Dutch Shepherd, and I started seeing theirs, and I decided I wanted to get one. I can really get one now. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what kind of deterred me to straight go with the training thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, a lot of y'all brothers, you think I get up here and talk because, I want puppies, or I bought a lot of dogs from them, or this and that. No, man, listen here, man. Listen here. The boy like family to me, man. The boy like family to me. You know what I'm saying? What I don't like is the misreputation of the breed. You know what I'm saying? The misreputation of the dog. You know what I'm saying? I meant to say, not the breed, the dog, the line of dogs. You know, because I gotta give props to that brother. You know what I'm saying? He preserved, and he's the only one that preserved the yellow line to be pure yellow, not crossing it back out to nobody else studs after he made his breeding. That's what told me, that's what let me know to take pride in your own stock. You know what I'm saying? Take pride in your own stock. When you make the breedings, whatever you make off the first set of breedings you make, run that. You know what I'm saying? Make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Them brothers made it happen. And I see how they made it happen. And when I get up here and I talk to y'all brothers about breeding 2 cold dogs together, you know, for one, I'm going to say it like this. We rarely get 2 cold dogs in one litter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What you might get is some average dogs, but you're not going to come with no 2 cold ones in one litter. And the reason I say that, and the reason I can say that with pride, is because of consistency. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about 5 years. We're not talking about 10 years. I go back 10 years, that's when I'm just getting out the game. The dope game, I meant to say. Not the dog game, the dope game. I'm just getting out of that 10, 11 years ago. You know what I'm saying? No, let's go back 20, 30 years. You know, time invested. See, me, I got time invested. You know what I'm saying? In that line of dogs. When I say time invested, I don't mean I was the one making them breedings. No, I mean year after year, 5 years, 10 years. I'm running with these dogs. I'm seeing how they coming out. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the consistency. You know, I'm seeing the consistency in litters. All the litters doing the same thing. So when I get up here and I tell y'all brothers, 2 of them cold dogs off of that stuff will produce you the same thing that 2 of them hot dogs will produce you. Because of the way they got it bred. That's why Dark Society, you made a very true statement by saying, gotta have some of that Red Boy Jocko. But the thing is, you can't just have any Red Boy Jocko. You gotta make sure they preserve it the right way. And if you take that stuff that I'm talking about right there, you know what I'm saying, you can breed it how you want to breed it because of the way they preserve the yellow stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, when it comes to Walkamo, both fellas, you know what I'm saying? If there's a problem around me, and you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna get involved with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting involved with it because they're my folk. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. A lot of y'all brothers get up here and you want to try to find a brother's flaws or a brother's this or that. Nobody's perfect, man. You know, some brothers just better at hiding certain things. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is to it. You know, that's all it is to it. We just got to keep it moving, keep it going. Respect the OGs in the game, the brothers that helped pave the way from one side of the country to the other side of the country, from the top to the bottom. You know, you got pioneers in this dog game. You know what I'm saying? Even if it wasn't pioneers to when the pit bull game first started, you know, pioneers to when brothers start jumping in heavy that inbreeding. Pioneers when brothers start working these certain crosses, making them work this way, making them work that way. Like a lot of them brothers back in the days, they didn't, you know, although they were in the Bulldog era, they never had a chance to see what Jeep was. They never had a chance to see what Bolio was, what Eli was, what Chinaman was, Mayday, Big John, Maytu. They never seen none of them dogs. You know what I'm saying? Luke Kane, all the different strains of dogs that we know about because this before their time. You know what I'm saying? So they missed out on certain things as well. You know, we missed out on the good old days, so-called, you know, but they missed out on things. We got a lot of bulldogs that they probably wish they could lay their hands on right about now. You know what I'm saying? When they was living, rather. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just got to play it the way the cards are played. And just, you know, respect folk. That take you a long way in this game. Any game, period. You know, the game of life in general. And then when I talk about going out with them boys' dogs, listen, they made a few outs back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Mountain Man, Mr. The Bozak dog. You know what I'm saying? They made a few outs back then. But the thing is, you know, if you see the outs in them boys' lines, it's because they bred to a female kept puppies off that and introduced it into their line. They never went out and used studs after the first breedings that they started their yards with. They never went out to other studs. Once you start getting by Bozak and all them mountain man dogs, that Sally Cell dog and them dogs, after them dogs, never went back out to no more studs. Preserved the yellow line. And during that time, that's damn near when yellow was living. Preserve the yellow line. There's no other kennel from one side to the other that preserved the yellow like them boys did. Year after year without going out, without having retarded dogs. You know what I'm saying? Still giving you good quality, good confirmation dogs. They did it. They did it. They ain't had to shit you. They ain't had to give you dogs bred off this line and saying they off this and giving you pedigrees off another dog. They didn't have to do it. They gave you the real deal. And they take pride in their stock. Like I said before, that's what teach me and taught me to take pride in my stock. Look at how they got their dogs. They didn't go out to nobody else. No matter how good the dogs were, they took pride in their stock, figured out how to make their own stock work. And that's what you got to do, brothers. You got to take pride in your own stuff. Figure out how to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Same way them boys did. Same way the next brothers did. Same way the next brothers and sisters did. Make their stock work. You know what I'm saying? Make it work. A lot of brothers, they got yellow dogs, but they went out. They bred in 5 years. They went out. They say it's too much inbreeding after 1 or 2 times. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You don't got enough dogs. You trying to do what other brothers doing with more dogs and more blueprint. You know what I'm saying? The blueprint to what is going on. Everybody want the blueprint. But the blueprint was made by the person who made it. One day, man, I was at work, man. It was hot as a mother F out there, man. Me and Sonny was out there doing something. And we was working, and Mr. Vern came, and we weren't working fast, so we weren't doing something right. Mr. Vern said something, and I didn't like what he said, or whatever. Mr. Vern don't play that. Mr. Vern, you don't like what I say, you know what you can do. So, I ain't gonna lie, I left, but I had a long walk to the damn car, boy. I had a long walk to the car, but, it was what it was, man, and like I said, them folk my family, you know what I'm saying? Them folk my family. I walked to the damn car, but the next day it was all love, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be able to do that on another job, I tell you that. It's all love with me, man. It's all love with me for my brothers putting up with my shit, you know what I'm saying? And teaching me things that I need to know, you know what I'm saying? Down from building things with the wood, using different machines. Man, hell, them boys showed me how to ride a horse. I ain't know how to ride no horse before I met them boys. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know nothing about hog hunting and catching hogs and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Them boys what helped, show me some of that country stuff. 'Cause I'm born in the city limits of the country. The city limits. But yeah. But yeah, man, shout out to them brothers, man. Shout out to them brothers. See, a lot of brothers, you know what I'm saying, they want to understand how it is in the South. A lot of my South brothers, they understand. A lot of my North brothers understand the South going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But things is just, everybody can't speak for everybody when, certain things happen to brothers back in them days. You know what I'm saying? Because, like my brother J-Bo be asking, which part of Mississippi you came up in? The white part or the black part? You know what I'm saying? Or Bulldog in. You know what I'm saying? Now, South Carolina. Which part of the South Carolina I was bulldogging in, the white part or the black part? Neither one, man. Neither one. You know which bulldog? I was bulldogging in the right part, the right side. You know what I'm saying? The right side. It just so happened, just the way it fell, the way the pendulum fell. I can't help where I was born or raised at, rather. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it. Like, we hear brothers saying how they was treated down south, and I understand that because every white man ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? But I'm giving my flowers to one of the coolest, oldest white men I know and his son. You know what I'm saying? Great bulldoggers. And when I say bulldoggers, I mean in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Show me the right things to do with these dogs. Show me how to make positive moves with these dogs. You know, and see, brothers wouldn't understand a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Brothers will say, oh, this person racist, that person racist. But I'm going to tell you another little story, right? When I first started doing the training, not first started doing it, but I was posting some videos up with me and Sonny was at the training with the dogs and stuff. And I was getting bit by the Dutch Shepherd. You know, he was letting the Dutch Shepherd come in and doing the bite work and stuff. Somebody made a comment and said, why the black brother got to be the one getting bit? You know what Sonny said? You know what I'm saying? You know what he said? Because the black brother, the one know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't hate on it. He ain't say something sideways. He gave it to you how it was. You know what I'm saying? Gave it to you how it was. Since I've been training dogs, since I've been training dogs, you know what I'm saying? That brother Sonny bought me more money than the black brothers. You know what I'm saying? Than the black brothers. You know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And like I said, brothers get assumptions about the South. Never get an assumption about the South. It's always how you handle yourself, conduct yourself. You got some assholes. You know, you're going to have assholes everywhere you go at. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have them everywhere you go at. Don't let them stop you from what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got trying to do. Stay positive with what you're trying to do. Motivated with what you're trying to do. And it's going to happen for you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no dog, man, that really see that you trying to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Gon' hate on you because your color. You know what I'm saying? If he really feel you genuine about what you doing, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna hate on you, man. He gonna have to have a soft spot to keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And that's what, you know, I gotta do. You know, I just gotta keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to learning how to, just the health of these dogs, the health of these American Pit Bull Terriers. I learned so much from Walkmore. You know what I'm saying? So much. Like Crossroad, like I said before, he brought me into the dog game and introduced me to the right blood, the right line of dogs. You know what I'm saying? I jumped straight in with the stars. You know what I'm saying? When I got in with the stars, and that was a great thing. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the best things that ever could have happened with me. I jumped straight in with the stars. You know, just off default, because one of the guys I went to school with lived down the street from Eric, and he bring all the little cars with Eric Crossroad, had all those little pit bulls on it, and from there, one of my other homeboys got in contact with him, and it was on and popping from there. You know, that was like 90, 93, 94, somewhere around that area. He didn't even have the yellow stuff then. He had bullshit from New York, from Mr. Z or Mr. T or somebody like that. Not saying the dogs were bullshit, but they wasn't the caliber dogs. When he came down here to this spot, them dogs couldn't hold up. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't hold it up to the yellow dogs, the Eli dogs, and the Midnight Cowboy dog, the dogs that were in this area. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I got to give my props to them brothers, man. And I got to give my props to them brothers because they always treated me like somebody. You know what I'm saying? We can argue one day, you know, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It always treat me like human. Always treat me like a man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, I done heard brothers say, this person racist and that racist. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of y'all brothers is assuming stuff. A lot of y'all brothers, just like you got your first dog and you're running, going crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all brothers just assume from afar. A lot of y'all brothers ain't even met folk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just talk, and don't know how folk really be and just be spreading something. And then when you really meet people, you be like, oh, damn, man, I wish I wouldn't have been talking like that or talking like this. You know what I'm saying? Because that person ain't that way, you know? And that's just how the dog game is, man. A lot of y'all brothers, y'all wished on brothers' downfall. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wished on brothers' downfall. But a year ago, I told y'all this. A year ago, I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it pumping. You know what I'm saying? To my folk back on the saddle. You know what I'm saying? To my folk back on the saddle. We're gonna ride that thing together. I got my own horse. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna try to capitalize off one man downfall, you know, and that's what a lot of y'all brothers thought and tried to do last year. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all, man. I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking all this, y'all talking all that. You gonna need brothers one of these days. You know what I'm saying? You thinking, oh, this and that, burning your bridges, thinking, oh, we fell off. Oh, this and that, this and that. Listen here, I told you, man. I told you. PBK9 is gonna do it. That's why it pays to have friends in certain places, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it ain't what you do, it's who you know. You know what I'm saying? And I got my folk. You know what I'm saying? Till they back right, I got them. And I got my own shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking to capitalize off they shit. You know? It is what it is. That's how we do it in the dog game. Now, when I ask y'all boys about the Chico Lopez stuff, you think I'm reaching. You kind of, you don't ignore it, but you don't listen to it with and pay really a close attention to what I'm telling you. You look in that journal, you see Chico talking trash about them boys, right? You see him talking trash about them boys. Why would you come and purchase puppies from guys who bought the clan and you talk trash about? Why would you come purchase puppies from them? Why would you? Because you know Mayday gone. You know those boys had the closest dog to Mayday. Those boys were preserving the yellow line. You know, that line of dogs is one of the only strain of dogs that gonna probably lead you directly back to yellow without having all the other stuff in it. The red boy, this and that. Yeah, we got red boy, it's red boy Jocko, but we talking about strictly from the yellow stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because yellow was the catalyst of the red boy Jocko line. We have other red boy Jocko crosses, but they wasn't the catalyst of the line. Yellow was the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Yellow was. And, you know, why would you come purchase puppies from brothers who you already talk trash about? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if you get them dogs, you can easily run the ADBA and get them DNA profile saying it's Mayday. Saying it's coming off Mayday stuff. Not Mayday, it's coming off Mayday. Coming down off Mayday. You know, you can easily get them DNA profiled. So that's why I tell y'all brothers, pay attention to the dogs. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention. You know? And then all of a sudden, if you look in the journals, he's running all different strains, right? But then all of a sudden he jumped flat into one strain. The all this and that, and they look one way. The orange dogs. That's how them Big John dogs was looking back in the days. Same way they looking now. The orange color with them. You know, they don't look like macho buck dogs or nothing like that. You know, but folk will think I'm reaching. When I ain't reaching, I'm telling you what I see directly in my face. You know, this brother ain't no brother who. This brother will keep you from getting your papers. You know what I'm saying? How many dog men out there are keeping brothers from getting their papers? You know, he's one of the main ones that's keeping brothers from getting his papers. So you know he's with the shenanigans. You know he's with the shenanigans. So being that you see he's with the shenanigans, why you went to the opposition? You know, my young brothers call it the ops. Why you went to the ops? My old brothers, the ops mean the opposition, the opponents. You know what I'm saying? You know, why would you go to your opponents and get the dog? Because you know, you take them dogs and you can run years and years and years worth of stuff saying it's off Mayday. You know, I'm not saying that those dogs are what he don't have the Mayday sperm or he's lying. But what I'm saying is he did that. You know what I'm saying? And it's so easy to take them dogs that he got right there and say they directly off Mayday. You know what I'm saying? So easy. So easy. You know, and I wouldn't doubt, you know, if he could take them same dogs and say that's sperm off Mayday. Because they can say what they want to say, but that DNA profile ain't been around all the time. You know, DNA wasn't even in the damn system for the real police until certain times in the 90s. So I know damn well y'all wasn't doing it with the damn dogs. You know what I'm saying? And we talking about in the Mayday them time, Yellow them time, I was gonna ask her what's Yellow DNA profile, but I'm not even gonna play myself like I'm stupid. DNA stuff wasn't even out during the time when Yellow them was out. You know what I'm saying? So if you tell me he profiled, something ain't damn right. Something ain't right. It's like this. When you race cars, say we was racing cars, you can take a Lambo and you'll get your ass smoked with a Nissan. If you don't know what you're doing with that Lambo. If you know you in a Lambo, you need to know how to handle that Lambo. A lot of brothers grab these dogs, they don't know how to handle what they grabbing. You know what I'm saying? You don't got time invested. Then you be out here on Facebook talking about this brother, talking about that brother. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this brother with one dog, and get gassed up off one story. Like I told y'all brothers, you burn your bridges with real dog men. You know what I'm saying? You burn your bridges. You ain't trying to network. You think your little hustle that you got going on gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? But little do you know, that one pure dog died. Now how you gonna re-up? Because you done burn your damn bridge. You burn your bridges. And brothers feel like, oh, I don't gotta go back. I got it now. And all that shit crumble on your ass in a matter of seconds. You know what I'm saying? Matter of seconds. But like PBK9's told you, I got my bro. And all my dogs from around this area, they'll tell you, they used to pick at me back in the days. Oh, Mr. Vern, your stepdaddy. This and that. But they ain't said it in no hating way. They was always joking. And I always took it as a joke. They just know because I represent my people. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And I gotta represent them because, maybe if it wasn't for them, I maybe not even have got a Malinois. When I seen them brothers with it, I felt like this shit cool. I'm about to get me one now. For real. We about to train together. I got somebody to train with. Shit, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. If you're looking for one now, them boys still got them. They still got great working dogs. Now, I will say this. Unless you've been running that same family of dogs for 30 years, you wouldn't understand what level of consistency I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And this is no disrespect to nobody, because we got brothers out there who've been running it for 10 years, 15 years, maybe some 20 years, and whatever. But if you haven't been running 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, not in the dog game, running one family of dogs without going out consistently and getting great dogs consistently over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? And over. Everybody don't get on online pairs and tell what about this dog or about that dog. For one. But it's about consistency, man. When I say, like I said earlier, 2 cold dogs, which you rarely would get off that. You definitely not gonna get 2 cold ones out 1 litter. You know what I'm saying? Consistency. It didn't happen before, so why would it happen now? Never had a cold litter. A whole litter that's just cold. I mean, it's just about how you breeding it and the time that you got invested in that certain thing. Like, I hear how brothers talk about the inbreeding, but then you really are doing inbreeding because you got a few dogs and you trying to make them crosses. And then you compare them to brothers when they was making these breedings, they had a lot of dogs. They didn't cross them how you thinking they crossed them. You know what I'm saying? They had a plan in mind. That's why it's so hard for brothers to figure out what's what and how it went down, because the plan that you looking at is you reading papers. You don't understand that them dogs are only on them papers because of the activities or because of something them brothers seen, the reason they wanted to breed to that dog. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this dog got better health. Maybe this dog got good teeth. Maybe this dog could see good. He got great eyes, great breeder. He just a great stud. It's reasons every dog was bred to. But when you look at it on paper, you see it and you think, oh, they just bred it because of, oh, it was ill. It was this or it was that. And now when you make them breedings, you can't get the same thing because you didn't understand why they made them breedings. You didn't understand why they did it. But before I get up out of here, like I said, I just want to give them brothers props for being. I'm just trying to figure out if there's another kennel that I can say that did it. Preserve the yellow line since they bred the yellow. You know what I'm saying? Preserved it the way them brothers preserved it. You know what I'm saying? And gave, me the dog game the way they gave it. On the good basis, on the right basis, on the way I can make legal money. You know what I'm saying? The way I can do things the right way. You know what I'm saying? It might have not been no right side of PBK if it wasn't for them brothers. You know what I'm saying? Not even gonna lie to you. I just gotta keep it all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? When I'm going to work, you can ask folk. I'm going to work doing construction, coming back home, getting straight off tired, jumping straight behind the camera, doing dog news, doing dog talk. You know what I'm saying? While y'all brothers up here talking about when you bought one dog or you got a dog from somebody that got some of that stuff in it, man, I'm going to work 8 hours, 7, 8 hours, kicking my ass. You know what I'm saying? Coming back home, giving you that dog talk and listening to how some of y'all brothers run brothers' names. You know what I'm saying? And don't even know folk. But it is what it is. It is what it is. PBK9s go give it to you. Shout out to all my brothers that watched the video from the ADBA message earlier. Hope y'all take heed to that message. You know what I'm saying? Hope you take heed to it. I understand. The two things don't mix. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, like two dicks with no chicks. They never gonna mix. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do the right things when it comes to these dogs. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself when it comes to these dogs. Have fun when it comes to these dogs. Use them for what use these dogs for what they for, to work. You know what I'm saying? No matter what kind of work you're doing with these dogs, use them for their work. Working ability. You know what I'm saying? Their working ability. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all keep bulldogging the right way. Like I always say, man, from one side of the world to the other side of the world. Keep bulldogging, keep the legal process going. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worrying about all that other stuff that's going on out there. Keep the legal thing going the way you can enjoy your dogs, have great fun with your dogs, and preserve the blood, preserve the line, keep the line going and stretch. You know what I'm saying? Because we got brothers out there like Lopez, they're going to try to down brothers, talk about the swamps, this and that. But the swamps done overrid him. You know what I'm saying? The swamps done overrid folk. He going off old shit. Swamps done overrid him. He matter of fact, I kind of think that brother in the swamps by itself right about now. Kind of think he in the swamps by himself, and we all done stepped out. And left him back there. He came back there wondering what we was doing because he see all them dog channels popping up, right? So he came down in the swamps to wonder what we was doing. Because I was the first one that came in the swamps to deliver y'all the message, if y'all remember. But when I came back to the swamps, man, F that, man. I'm staying down here. I'm chilling with the fellas, man. I'm chilling with the folk. And now, he don't know we done damn shaped the swamps up and did our thing and start stepping. We out here stepping. You know what I'm saying? He done went back to the swamps. Now he out there all by his damn self. It is what it is. Shout out to that brother in California, in Oklahoma, New York City, Virginia, North Carolina that's running that bagman stuff. He don't need that, brother. Want to hold his papers and all that shit. Hey, we gonna teach you about that, fam. We gonna teach you about that. Them boys will turn them to Eli dog fast, man. He was bagman. Now he off that Brujo Skull shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't gonna knock you, fam. You spend $2,500 and you talking about I can't breed to the dog. I can't breed him. I can't do it. Man, hell with that shit. We just gotta keep it all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers forcing brothers to do stuff with these dogs. And then want to talk about who ain't got their right papers now. Now, if you just ain't putting the right papers on it, then screw you, But if brothers forcing you to do stuff, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And what I got to say it is what it is because we living in reality. We ain't going to live in all that false shit. You know what I'm saying? We living in reality and what brothers doing and got to do. Doing and got to do. So shout out to all my bulldoggers, you know what I'm saying? All the bulldog channels, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all brothers, because I sat back and count just some of the main channels. Other day, man, I got about 20 channels, man. Just some of the main ones. Man, there's a lot of brothers out there, man. Salute to all the brothers out there, man, and the sisters out there. But one thing I'm going to say, y'all dog sisters ain't showing love in the dog fraternity, dog community. You know what I'm saying? So while we don't come talking about try to get y'all props, when we offering to get y'all props, and y'all out there acting like you can't talk. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We love our dog women. You know what I'm saying? But right now, what we respecting, because what we seeing is the dog women who behind they dog men. We ain't talking about the ones with the dogs. We talking about the women that put up with the headache of the dog brothers. Them the women that we see stepping up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all dog women with the dogs, they acting like y'all shy or something. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna bite. We ain't gonna bite. You know what I'm saying? But PB Canines, man, I'm going to give it to you the way you always want it. Fair and unbiased. Some going to like it, some ain't. You know, some going to like it, some ain't. Y'all hit that like button before y'all get up out of here. Don't forget to hit that comments up. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to hit them comments up. Don't forget to drop your questions. Any of my brothers in the chat got any questions or anything? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my brothers that be rocking with me from day one. Shout out to all my brothers that be rocking with me in the chat every time I drop, no matter if it's a pre-recorded video or live. You know what I'm saying? We going to give it to you. We going to give it to you how we got to give it to you. You know, keep you guessing. What he going to drop next? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get to the point where you like, oh, it's the same old, same old. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep trying to get better. I'm never satisfied with what I got going on. I gotta striving to get better. Do something better next week than I did last week. Do something better this month than I did last month. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna be satisfied with what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's how I gotta keep going forward. You know what I'm saying? It was good. I ain't talking about no shows. I'm talking about my actions. It was good, but I gotta make better actions the next week, and I gotta make better steps the week after. You know, that's what I'm living by. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Y'all have a good day. PB Canines, we gonna keep it 100. Stay safe out there, stay legal, and I'm out.